Real Frank.
Hello, welcome to Real Frank Movie Reviews. In this episode, we're going to take a look at Halloween Kills. Ooh, Halloween Kills. I wonder what happens with Michael Myers. I wonder if he dies. The nightmare isn't over as the unstoppable killer, Michael Myers, continues to ritual bloodbath. Distraught women and the other survivors form a vigilante mob to hunt down Michael and end his reign of terror once and for all. Sounds very scary. Once and for all. I wonder if they'll make any more of these. My special guest reviewer is my cousin, Nikki. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Thanks for coming on. Halloween time of the year, so why not do a Halloween movie?
That's right. Have to.
Are you a big scary Halloween movie person?
I do. I love Halloween films and haunted houses and all of that.
Haunted houses, I mean, are these two, you're obviously in Florida, but do they have a lot of haunted houses in Florida?
Mm-hmm.
They do?
Well, yeah, there's Halloween Horror Nights at Universal.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
But local ones, yeah.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's kind of neat how they do that down there. I didn't think about Universal Studios. Not so much here in your old shitty town. So the Halloween movies, this was, the timing, it was good because I don't know how well this movie would do if it was released any other time of the year than Halloween, obviously. But what did you think of the movie? How did you like it?
It's definitely your slasher type horror film, as opposed to a scary one. I think there's a cult following for this movie because they keep bringing back the characters over and over again. It was a fun movie, but I agree with you. I don't think that it would make it on its own without it being Halloween season. And I have to tell you, I went on opening night.
Oh, you did? Are you serious?
Yep. Yes.
Packed?
They had showings like every hour, every like 8:30, 9, and I went to the 8 o'clock show and it was packed.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
That is insane. I wonder if it came out during Christmas time, if we'd have the same thing, or summertime. Probably not.
No way.
No way. That's hilarious. Do you know how many of these movies they've made of Halloween?
Around 6 or how many?
I don't know. I was asking you because it seems like they got a repertoire, man. This has been going on since like the early '80s, right? Like '80s.
Yeah. Well, I think the first film was in the 70s.
Was it?
With Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah. Man, she looks really old in this one. You don't realize how old she is until you see it. Like she's got the wrinkled old grandma lips now with the wrinkles, the wrinkled mustache look. It's like ooh. This when I think about this movie, I always get confused with because there's so many that seem so similar. You got Michael Myers, and you got the Jason, and then
yes.
I always get those two confused because they both have a mask and they have like 1,500 of these same type of movie over and over. But I have to tell you a little secret. This is probably the first Halloween movie I've watched ever in my life.
Really?
Yes. I caught the end. I was flicking through channels the other night on cable, and there was the first one. I caught the end of that, and I was like, oh, that's how it started.
That is so funny.
Have you seen them all?
No, not all of them.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing the first one.
Did you see it at the theater?
No. I was too young when the first one came out, but I remember TV or something.
So since you saw it at the movie theater, what was the reaction of the people in the theater? Like, were they still doing the or ooh or that kind of crap?
So I actually saw the movie twice.
Oh.
Not because it was so good, Because in the movie theater, I missed the whole ending.
You missed the whole
Because
ending?
People were screaming and yelling and cheering, and you could not even hear anything.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
They were cheering and screaming for this movie?
At the very end, when they're beating him up, Michael Myers up.
Yeah.
Everybody was just going crazy and screaming, and you could not hear anything. So there was a lot of excitement in the movie theater, which made it kind of fun. So you couldn't hear at the end. So
That is hilarious.
the whole narrative, I didn't hear a thing. So I had to see the last part of it again.
Oh my god. That is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
That I would have never guessed that. Like they were cheering and they know it's a movie, right? Like it's fake.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun movie to go to and see with people.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh man. Oh my god. That's crazy. 2 times, huh? So was the second time were they cheering and standing in on the same spots?
So the second time I was taking no chances and I watched it home, streamed it.
Oh my god, that is so funny. Oh, I love that you had that experience. This just makes this whole thing worth it. Oh my god. So were people, when you saw it at the movie theater, were people walking out of there like talking about it? Or like, what's gonna happen next time?
No.
Nothing like that?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, that's funny. So what did you think of the plot in this one? Like, were you, the overall story, like how they went about bringing them in for more crazy terror in this story versus you've watched a couple of the other ones. I haven't, so this was kind of new to me, but what did you think overall of the story? How to keep going as they have?
I think it's the same old, but they brought back some of the characters from the original. I mean, they always bring Jamie Lee Curtis back, but like the nurse, people who played smaller parts, so they kind of tried to tie in the very first one to this one. Like there was a vengeance.
Right.
One thing I did get sick of hearing, that I hated that it was in a hospital.
Yes.
Almost the whole movie, and that was just boring. And evil dies tonight. Evil dies tonight.
Evil dies tonight.
Like, oh my god.
Evil dies tonight. My whole thing is, you live in this shitty ass town, and you got this killer out that comes out every year for Halloween. What the fuck you move? Why are you still living there? Leave.
But this whole movie, they weren't gonna be chased out. They were hunting him down.
Why were they still there, though? I mean, how many Halloween movies? How many times he's been terrorizing people there? There's a horrific murder, and he keeps murdering people. Leave. Or why are they going trick-or-treat? Why is there still kids trick-or-treating Halloween in that town? Right? Why don't they go to another town? Why don't they go somewhere? Why are they out and about in that town? Like, not everything's fine. Like, they live in, the Waltons or something. It's crazy. I don't understand that. It drives me insane. So what was your favorite part in the movie, or favorite scene in the movie?
Okay, so the good ones were when he stabbed him through the eye.
Yes.
What you expect from a slasher film.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny part that I really liked was Little John, Big John, Little John, Big John.
I like that too. Little John, Big John, he's okay. He's okay.
Little John, Big John.
I was thinking, like, that'd been so cool. Like, I need to find someone that's the same name Frank so I can go around my house and we live together and I go, Little Frank, Big Frank, Little Frank, Big Frank.
I know. You missed your chance. You could have named one of your sons.
I should have done that. I messed up. I dropped the ball.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so any other scenes you liked?
I did. It's a jump scare movie too, but only at the theater because it's something about the big screen and it started and I actually jumped. But if you're watching it at home, it's not the same effect.
I have to agree because watching it at home, I didn't think this was scary at all. I just thought it was kind of a gory movie. Not really scary in the sense of, like I was like, or nothing like that. Like,
No.
nothing like that. But you saying being in the theater with all the other people, that was more intense.
It made it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
People were yelling out at the screen and.
Man, you should have got some of that on camera. Like, should have recorded some of that. That would have been funny. Was it exaggerated like they do? Like they make fun of it, like in parodies, like, "Oh no, he didn't! Oh no, he didn't!" Was it like that?
Yeah, it was.
Oh man, I liked the sounds of like the knives going through the body parts or whatever. The sound of the blood and the slashing, the crunching, like. They did a fantastic job with the blood and the sounds and the graphic details. That was entertaining to me. I enjoyed how they did that and was impressed by that. The one scene I really liked was when the house is on fire and the firefighters are there, and he slashes the one guy in the mask and his mask breaks the glass, and then you're seeing like him slash everyone else through that broken glass for a couple kills. I thought that was really cool how they did that.
Yeah.
Because that was different. Like, the glass is cracked, and you can kind of make them out slashing and killing all the other firemen that are out there.
You know what that reminded me of? A video game.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yes.
See, that's what they really should do. But you know what? The world's pretty fucked up as it is. Can you imagine they had this psycho killer video game where you're killing all these people?
I know.
The world would be up in arms for that. That'd be crazy.
And the thing that bothered me most on the hospital scene, it was just like, the mad mob. We've seen so much of that.
How could they get in there with COVID?
Over it.
That hospital should have been shut down with COVID patients.
You're right.
She had Jamie Lee Curtis had an easy part with this, right? Because all she did was hang out in a hospital the entire movie. She never left the hospital. No wonder she keeps doing this. They probably give her fat money to continue her role, right? Here's $50 million, and you're just going to lay in this hospital bed, and we're going to call it Halloween 35. What do you think? You in? I'm in.
Well, she is in her senior year, so she deserves a break, right?
I just can't, decide is who's really the god in this. Is Michael Myers really a god at this point because he won't die? Or Jamie Lee Curtis because she keeps coming back in these movies, so she must be a god too. She can't die either.
Good point.
Good point. I don't understand it. Stuff you didn't like other than the hospital scene. Any other thing you didn't like?
Yeah, just the whole thing with the movie was being in the hospital, quite boring, and the whole mob scene.
Mob thing.
Yeah.
They were trying to put like a message in this movie, which kind of disturbed me about the whole mob people thing, judging people and then killing each other, chasing that one guy thinking... We don't need that shit anymore. Stop with the messages.
No.
We don't need the society message. We just want to be entertained at this point in our lives.
Right.
Another thing that bothered me was the one girl, what's her name? Karen Nelson, Judy Greer, who played Karen Nelson. Throughout the movie, she's wearing a sweater, right? The sweater has Christmas trees. It's snowflake. Why is there a fucking Christmas sweater on her? And it's supposed to take place on Halloween. Doesn't make any sense to me. Is there any reason for that?
Did you kind of feel like you should have saw the movie before this one because you were missing something? It seems like it.
But how could it
started in a place?
It did start in a place, but they kind of filled in some holes if you didn't know, like recapping, over-explaining stuff for us that didn't see the stuff. But the sweater thing. I mean, it's obvious it's Halloween, right? There's trick-or-treaters, so...
So why is she wearing a Christmas sweater?
Yes! Why is there a Christmas sweater on her?
I think you should see the movie before this one and get the story, report back.
I don't think there's any reason. I think they were just messing with the audience with this one. Or seeing if someone would catch it, or... I don't know. Maybe she wasn't there. Maybe she was a Christmas spirit trying to save Halloween. I don't get it. Let me see anything else. Oh, the other thing that kind of bothered me with this, there's a couple of neck injuries, like some big gashes in the neck, and they're bleeding out, but they're still alive. Like the one cop in the beginning, he's got the huge gash, and the kid finds him, and he talks, and blood squirts out. oh, put a patch on it, and he takes him to the hospital and he's fine. He's recovering. I mean, he losing that kind of blood. He got it in the jugular, it looks like. How is he still around? I didn't understand that either. Like, miracle. So let's go ahead and rate this then. Now, overall,
all right, let's rate it.
What did you give the story, overall story?
A 4.
A 4? What about the acting?
Some of it was good.
Yes.
A lot of it was really bad.
Yes.
It was very cheesy.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I gotta go with. I'll give that one a 4.5. Just the acting a little above the storyline.
Okay. And the cinematography, the way they shot it, the camera angles, the film, the sceneries, the way they snuck up on you. What would you give that? 7. And I don't know if there's so much CGI in this. The only thing I could think of a CGI scene was maybe the house fire or when that guy jumped out of the hospital and they showed him on the ground. I don't know about that. So I don't know how much CGI in, but what you think there was a lot of CGI in this? Because I'm assuming the blood was all makeup and pumps and
CGI could have been that part where the face, you saw everything happening through that guy's face mask.
It could have been. Yep, it could have been. All right, so
that was really good.
All right, so overall, thinking that's part of CGI, what would you give CGI?
Well, I would say a 9.
A 9.
You couldn't really tell if there was or it wasn't.
All right, so overall, what do you give Halloween Kills score?
I am not going to judge it too harshly because it's a slasher film.
Yeah.
They made 1 million of these.
Yeah.
And I went opening night and it was something fun to go to, an experience with other people. So I will give it a solid 6.
6. It's a strong score.
I had a good time.
All right. Well, the experience sounds like it helps you enjoy the movie more. For me, the story, I mean, where do they come up with these stories now?
Evil Dies Tonight. That's the story.
Okay, Evil Dies Tonight. I give that story a 2.9. I wanted Evil to win because I hated all these people in it. I didn't really care for them. The acting, I agree with you. It was, I don't know, man. I feel like I could be an actor sometimes. I give this one a 3.1. The cinematography, I was impressed for this type of movie to actually have some thought into some camera angles and some scenes, especially that fighting scene with through his mask. Mm-hmm. I give that a 4.1. And then the CGI, like probably saying the mask or maybe some of the fire scene, maybe some of the blood might have been CGI. I'll give it a 5.1 because it's kind of hard. I'm assuming that they use some CGI. Overall, I give this movie a 3.7.
Wow.
3.7.
You hated it.
No, it's okay. I'm just, I look at, what would you define as one of the best horror movies you ever saw?
How about one of the best horror movies that I haven't gotten through yet?
Oh, really?
The Ring.
The Ring? You haven't gone through it because it scares you so much, or you keep falling asleep?
Yeah, I think it freaks me out.
Really?
Have you seen it?
The Ring? Yeah, I think I saw it a long time ago. That's the one with the phone? Or the videotape?
The tape.
The videotape? Well, it shouldn't scare you anymore. We don't have VHS video players anymore. Right? Those are gone, so you can watch it now.
I'll think of that when I watch it.
They're not going to have, the Ring's going to be the streaming now? Is it streamed through your computer? Oh.
You watch a YouTube video.
There you go. Gets you. I think when I think of horror movies, it'd probably be it kind of wasn't a horror movie. The Sixth Sense I thought was kind of scary in the sense that the way that movie went about. And the Blair Witch Project, I thought that was scary when it first came out because it was so new and different. The way they shot, even though they really never showed you anything, just the stress level in those scenes and the movement of the camera. And then what's that? I can't think of the name right now. Where it's like these video cameras in a house and they're catching stuff. It made it look like Paranormal Activity, the first one. That was pretty good. But then they got destroyed with all these sequels and they beat it to death and then it runs its course. All right. So since you saw it twice, so you're going to see it a third time?
I didn't see it twice because I wanted to.
All right. Well,
I know they were narrating when people were screaming.
Yeah.
So I thought it was something important I should hear. It's going to explain everything, why he doesn't die. It didn't.
You should just grab someone on the way out. Hey, what happened in the end?
Nobody knew. I asked the people next to me.
Oh, they didn't know either?
No, because nobody could hear.
Oh my God. Do you think they went and watched it again too, just to hear if he's dead?
I think I'm probably the only one who did that.
They probably all did the same thing. Got a Peacock subscription for the day. The 7 days free to see what happened at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right.
But hey, I got a free movie out of it, so.
Hey, that's all that matters, right? Great. Rare thing this day and age. All right. Nikki gives it a 6. I give it a 3.7. That's our review. Thanks for watching.